Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first Rappahannock Cellars webcam tasting. I'm Theo, the winemaker here. I'm going to start things off by answering the question of the month from one of our members, Rob. He asks, how do you tell if a wine will improve with age, and if it will, how long before it is at its peak? Well, Rob, there's no straightforward answer to this question. However, there are some things you can look for that will be indicators as to whether a wine will age and how it will age. Certainly, deep color, heavy tannins, and knowing the vintage, whether it's a good vintage or not, are all kind of little insights to how a wine will age. If a wine has a little bit of residual sugar or is really acidic, it will also age for quite a while. So if you look at the edge of the glass, this is another way you can tell how a wine is aging. You can look at the hue, which is right where the liquid meets the glass. The color is a little bit more translucent. Once it starts turning a little bit browner, and you might see some sediment at the bottom of your bottles, which isn't a bad thing. All it means is just the wine is aging. It's losing a little bit of color. Maybe losing a little bit more of that tannin, but it's becoming more integrated and becoming much more smooth. So it's one thing to play around with when you're looking at your aged wines. Make sure you're looking at color, not just texture and mouthfeel. Now, to tell when a wine is at its peak, a lot of wineries will offer little bits of information saying the wine is good drink up until 2015 or 2020. Another way, a surefire way to do it, is to buy 6 or 7 bottles of that wine, lay it down, and try it periodically. The worst thing is having a wine in your cellar aging and then opening it and realizing that it's gotten a little bit long in the tooth, so to speak. Our first wine here is our Rosé, our 2012 Rosé. For me, this wine has always smelled like Jolly Rancher, a red Jolly Rancher, without the sweetness, but it still has that kind of candy fruit character. This is one of my wife's favorite drinks in the summertime, and certainly I like it very much in the summertime too. It's just so pleasing. It's super well balanced and very easy drinking, maybe sometimes a little bit too easy to drink. Our second wine is our 2009 Cabernet Sauvignon. We found about 100 cases of this in the cellar in our warehouse downstairs, and we figured we would release it to you all. It is showing pretty nicely right now. This is a good juxtaposition here for you all to have. Last month we sent out the 2010 Cabernet Sauvignon, which is very new world. It's very high alcohol, very jammy. This 09 is very old world. It's very Bordeaux, very earthy. It's got a lot of minerality to it. When I look at this wine, I mean, there's a lot of bramble fruit character, some tobacco leaf, leather. Really, it's open for interpretation. I mean, that's certainly one of the joys of being a winemaker, is seeing how everyone and hearing how everyone interprets wines differently. And again, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be doing this again next month. I think Helen is going to join me. I look forward to seeing you. Cheers.